Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we'll talk about the LangChain components. It is first LangChain component, that is model. We'll talk about this. So what is model? Okay, the first we'll go through. If you haven't watched the last video, if you don't know what is LangChain, please go and watch the video. Otherwise, you will not able to understand the what is component in LangChain. First, we'll just let me talk about that what is LangChain in recap, just for recap. And if you're going to know in detail about LangChain, so you can watch the last video. So what is LangChain? LangChain is an open source framework designed to simplify the creation of application using large language models. It provides a standard interface for integrating with other tools and end-to-end chain for common application. In simple words, LangChain is nothing but a framework, okay, through which you can build a application with the help of LLMs. Because if you are going to build some kind of a application, and if you use LangChain, it is very easy for you. Mainly, LangChain give you the framework. You can easily connect through the API with LLMs, and you can build your application on your own dataset. Okay, like this. It helps AI developers connect LLMs such as GPT-4 with external data and computation. Okay, you can build some AI application with your external data. Even normally the chat like GPT-4 that train on whole internal data, but if you are going to train your 10 LLM models with your own external data, you can do this using LangChain. So this is a LangChain, okay. And then let's go through the what is component. You know that in the last video we'll talk about there is 6 or 5 type of components in LangChain. Only when in this video we'll just talk about the first component, that is models. Model is very important components in LangChain, because with the help of models you can connect through the LLMs, okay. That is why it is very important. What is model components? Models are code engine that understand and generate text, code or images. They include large language models, chat models, embedding models, enabling intelligent text processing, conversation knowledge and retrieval in AI application. You can thought that models is like a brain of a human being or any animals, okay, because brain is a thing that can connect through your whole body, okay, with the help of neural networks. Model component is same like this, because when you build something a application, the first thing that you have to do is that you have to connect your a application to your with your external data or with your own source, database source, anything that you want to build. And if you haven't used AI, haven't you used model components in your AI application, so how you can connect with the external data? Okay, so model is nothing but a just a code functionality or features or code that which is through you can connection between LLMs, like this. We have a code like this, okay. So what problem solve model components? Okay, mainly when you if you haven't used LangChain, so if you write this code, this is an example for I took a example in code. For example, the from API OpenAI import OpenAI, okay. Like if you are going to connect with your LLMs, and this is for OpenAI and this is for Anthropic, okay. There's the two model, one is OpenAI and other one is Anthropic. You can see over here that the codes are very different, okay. If you're going to switch one model to different model, you have to change your code completely over here, like this, totally different. This code and this code totally different. So if you haven't used LangChain in your AI application, so you have to write your code in bigger way, and when you change your models like OpenAI to Anthropic to Gemini, so you have to change your code completely. Okay, and I'll show you that if you use LangChain, how easy it is. Like this, we can see over here that this is the code. The totally same. OpenAI and Anthropic. The code is totally same. The same code. This code I just written over here with the help of LangChain. Just two line you have to change. One is this import line chat OpenAI and this chat Anthropic. Another one is chat OpenAI chat Anthropic, and everything is same. Okay, you can see this result model.invoke model.invoke. We also store in this result variable or pin this the same way. Also here same way. So this is very easy. Okay, like you see that if you don't use ChatGPT model, if you go into that Gemini, because Gemini is giving you the less price, so you thought that I have to move to ChatGPT to Gemini. So you can just change 2-3 lines of code. You can completely switch one model to different module. And if you haven't used LangChain, so you have to write this code and this code. Totally change. You have to change totally. Okay. So this is how LangChain solve this problem. So this is LangChain model components. Okay, this is model components. This code is model component. Just connect through the mm, your AI LLMs. Nothing but. Also written over at the LangChain models has been. I already told you that this totally has been. Okay, and the types of models. There is a 3 types of models over there. Okay, one is two types of. One is embedding models. Another one is language model. A language model, there is a two parts, LLMs and chat models, and there is a embedding models. So LLM means is nothing. LLM is nothing but a just ask question to the LLMs. Like if you are going to ask some question like what is the capital of India, so you ask in text format. So in your LLMs also give you the result in a text format. This is LLMs. And what is chat models? Chat models, what is written over there? Please, chat models facilitate conversational AI. Okay, when you conversation with AI, that is why it is use chat model, especially designed for dialogues, interaction, providing contextually relevant responses for user engagement. Okay, when you ask simple question, short question, that time you can use LLM. But if you use if you're going to do a conversation, you ask, you want to make some notes or anything, that time you have to use chat models. Okay, nowadays most of the companies or most of the application they are using chat models. They haven't used the LLMs. And what is embedding models? Embedding models is nothing but when you ask some question in text format, the LLMs give you the written as a vector format, means number. Okay, like this, the text embedding models convert text into numerical representation, allowing for semantic understanding and facilities tasks like similarity measurement and search. What is embedding models? Embedding models, when you ask some question, like I ask the question like what is the city of Delhi? Okay, or you can ask for your specific answer, company specific. You can ask the what is the total sales of last year. So it's totally your company data. And what you build AI models that can connect your database, company database, and they can search for the your query what you asking for, like what is the total sale of your company, and they give you the answer. When you search when the LMs going to search to the database, they going into as in numbers. When you ask something, they return a number and they search it to the your database and they give it return you to the number format. Okay, this is embedding models. It is used for semantic search, means when you search any question to your personal own data. Or I just give you example, and there's kind of different meaning also. This embedding models. Okay, and you can also use the different kind of open source model you can use, like Hugging Face. I'll just go through the Hugging Face. Okay, Hugging Face. If you go, you can see models. Hugging Face. If you're going to use open source model, this is open source model Hugging Face. And if you click models over here, you can see there is a many kind of models. Okay, like text generation, this text generation models you can use. And you can also see the parameter over here, 5 billion parameter. You can choose the parameter. Okay, different kind of things you can do. OpenAI model, OpenAI GPT, it is a free model also over here. And Meta LLM Llama, there are many kind of free OpenAI model you can use. Open source model you can use. This is the language. This is how you can use the model concept in LangChain. In the next video, we'll see the code example, how you can connect with the LLMs, closed source and open source. Because if you're going to build your model like with the help of OpenAI Gemini, so you have to pay for it. So I think for ChatGPT you have to pay at least $5 to get the API. Okay, so this is the video. If you like this particular video, please thumbs up, and if you have any query, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys.